So there's something that even I had learned today while looking at seller financing. Um, as me and my agent become more and more knowledgeable in the investing field and just being more creative in what we can do in order to get a home or a property or a duplex, whatever it may be. I'm constantly still seeing price drops. It's not very fast at all in the real estate market. It's very, very slow. And so right now we have housing well overpriced, hoping that interest rates go down to normal levels to where people can afford it again. But instead of basically having a hope of that happening, we look at the economy for what it is and see what we can do. And to be honest, I don't really see a rush. Personally, the more that I accept what is happening with the real estate market, the more I understand that my VA loan will always be there. I'll always be able to do 0% down financing on a property. I do expect housing prices to continue to go down and maybe for better properties to be available in the future. So with that being said, something that I learned that I did not know before was that seller financing is only applicable to FHA and VA home loans. And the two loans that I do have on properties are both conventional. And the reason I went conventional is because it provided the best interest rate with the opportunity to get out of PMI. And FHA, although the interest rate is lower, it comes with permanent PMI, and typically it's for people with bad credit who would like to refinance later. And so because of that, I went with conventional because I could get a lower rate and I could get out of PMI after I hit 20% threshold. The reason I didn't go into a 20% mortgage to begin with is because with the current lending requirements, which is due to change very soon, as I've stated in previous videos, the current lending requirements actually give you a better rate with less than 20% down than if you had put 20% down. And the reason is because the PMI that is required is a protection for the bank, and that's why they can give you a lower rate. Even though people who put down more money should have a better rate in anyone's mind, the bank sees it as higher risk because the PMI is not associated with anything that is 20% or higher. And that's why you see people who actually bring less cash to the table having a better interest rate, which is basically an incentive for them to enter the market. So again, with the seller financing only being on FHA and VA home loans, I personally do not have an assumable mortgage on my properties. So each time I did a conventional loan, there was no assumable mortgage clause that I could activate in order to sell my home, which means if I were to sell my home, someone would literally have to put a brand new mortgage on it at today's interest rates. So those who have a FHA or a VA loan actually have a better chance of offloading their property in this market. Whether if they can afford it or not, they're able to sell and transfer over their rate rather than be stuck in a home because nobody wants to buy at today's rates. So that's just an added benefit to those who essentially didn't bring any money to the table or less money to the table. However you want to slice it and dice it, it just states that if you're a better borrower, if you're someone with good credit, good money, and you bring all of that to the table, essentially the banks want to keep you, and so you're going to pay more and you're going to not be able to sell your loan to just anyone. You're going to have to sell your loan to someone who has the capabilities that you have, in order to relinquish your hold on this property. So that's basically what the banks are saying, to good borrowers who either one are able to go conventional, or two, able to bring at least 20% to the table. So if you liked that video, if you're more interested in topics like this, let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll be sure to address that in future videos. I post every single day at 8 a.m. daily, and I can't wait to see you on the next one. Peace.